Hello, good to have you on the program. Of course, it still remains the economy today. It's a pleasure to be here to share with you this day. Okay, so go here. I have a guest, of course, and my guest is Godson Eke. He is a finance analyst, finance expert rather. He's a training and development management consultant. Good to have you, sir. You're welcome.
Thank you very much. Thanks for having me here, sir.
Yes, sir. So let's begin with BVN. Tell us what it is, and let's move from there.
Yeah, biometric data verification number, like you did say in your intro, it's an 11-digit number, identification number that has really come to help facilitate a lot of things and assist activities in the economy. The idea of the BVN is to be able to know who is doing what transaction. As we speak, the BVN biometric data identification number has grown to about 66 million as of July 2025. About 66 million Nigerians now bank account owners have BVN. Okay. If I only started earlier, people didn't take it serious.
Yes.
It because of the obvious assistance, obvious benefits. You know, it has given both to the financial sector and to security controls in this country. It has now been made. As we speak now, it is mandatory that every account holder must have a BVN. If you don't have a BVN, and probably you opened an account when it was not a compulsory or mandatory requirement, that account will have to be frozen or made, dormant. You'll be able to operate it until you go and get one. Now, what has it done? It has facilitated financial inclusion. Many people are now financially included into the system, which in a way is promoting economic growth and development within the Nigerian economic space. It has also improved security because the BVN thing has really helped to provide unique identifier for each account holder, each individual. There are no two human beings that have the same BVN number.
Okay.
Not to my knowledge, not to our knowledge for now, because it's an individual identifier.
Okay.
What's the key in that number? It gives every information about you, your date of birth, your name, everything about you, and things like that. And it has really come to help a great deal. It is also, in fact, there's a new one that was introduced, non-resident BVN.
Yes, for those who are in the diaspora.
Those who are in diaspora.
Yes.
And it has helped them a great deal and facilitated their, transfer of funds
from outside to
funds from diaspora to the economy. And that again has helped to boost the economic activities of the country. The authorities were reporting the other day that a significant amount of money has been, transferred into the country through this. The NRBVN holders have been able to remit about $4.73 billion, into this country as at 2024.
Wow.
And still counting. And that means that it increased by over about 44% in 2023. 2024 alone, we have $4.73 billion that has been. Then it has also helped in enhancing credit creation. Because with BVN, you're able to know whether somebody who is in front of you who wants to borrow money, who wants you to assist him with loan facilities, is owing sundry sources.
Yes.
Now, with the BVN number, you're able to know if it's owing bank A, B, or C, and then the status of those borrowings in those places. You're able to know whether, because before, many years back, before the first banking consolidation, we have situation where I think some individuals will borrow from several banks, and none of those facilities will be performing. They become non-performing loans, and the new places they've gone to borrow will not have any information as to why
what they had done before
that such things are happening and all that. But with this BVN, you're able to know whether he has gone to bank A and borrowed, and whether he's not servicing it or he's servicing it. Now, it has helped to help credit money lenders, banks, and associated institutions that are involved in credit creation, in advancing credit facilities. Then it's also by promoting financial inclusion anyway, security is enhanced. It has helped to enhance the security of our financial system, remittances and all that. With BVN enrollment, the issue of having difficulty in identifying who has a particular transaction or the other, conflict of, because sometimes there are people that be exactly the same name in this country.
Yes.
Severally the same name. Someone can have 3 names, and there could be over 10 people having the same 3 names similarly. But with the biometric data verification,
you will now know the difference.
Now distinguish which of the Mohammed Aliyu, or Ayodele Akindele Ayodele, that has appeared 4 or 10 times. You'll be able to know which who is who, and who owns what, and who is the bona fide owner of a particular transaction or account. So these are part of the things. Then it has also helped to streamline transactions. There are so many benefits. It has also drastically helped to reduce fraud within the financial landscape. And I think BVN is a very good introduction, and we hope and expect that as more and more people get enrolled, the benefits will continue to increase within the economic landscape.
So if looking at it and talking to you about it, it means that I will say that because what we're saying is that if it has made any impact on the economy, from what you're saying, it shows it has made a huge impact on the economy, and that's why also it's being linked to the national identity number.
Yes.
Tell us about that side of the story.
Because if BVN has helped in promoting financial inclusion, it has helped in security, it has helped in economic growth. But I now link it with the national identity card. The issue of who the individual is will be put to rest. The question of who the individual is will really be put to rest, because now you're able to identify, KYC issues, the issues of know who your customer is, especially for the banks and for the financial operators, for the banks and financial institutions. The issue of who is this customer I'm dealing with will be put beyond any reasonable doubt, because you're able to identify who this person is. This person is able to be known. Each person is able to be known by what he or she does. Each person's address or location, the state of origin, place of birth, date of birth, all these informations will be made available, and you wouldn't be having this problem of the kind of problem we're having in the past. Trying to trace who is who, and some people will just hide under some vague names and then perpetrate some fraudulent financial transactions. I think the linking of the two is very important. And again, it's high time we begin to know who is who. Who are we? How many are we in this country? And I think that the linkage of the BVN and the NIN, if properly handled and managed, the data of Nigerians, the data of how many were in this country would at some point will be seamlessly achieved. Be able to have a proper data of who we are, and then whether by demography, by sex, by age, and all that.
There's something else I found. Is it someone may have accounts in 4 or 5 different banks?
Yes.
The BVN the fellow gets from one bank, can it serve for all the banks?
It is single individual identifier, biometric number. You need only one BVN number. if you like have accounts in 25 banks in the country, it's the same BVN number. And in fact, by the time you key that BVN number, one is able to know where you have relationships, accounts. So you don't have different BVN number for different banks. It's just one individual. Your BVN number is just what you need for every transaction, for whatever you do, for all your data, for your record, one BVN number.
Okay.
Any bank you go to, the same BVN number you have that is created for you, and which you have is just what you need to supply.
So the problem is so that when someone creates one in one bank and goes to another, it shouldn't be his problem.
They can't create
how to create another one. Because before now, people could have 5, 6, 7 different accounts through which they could commit one crime or the other.
Of course, you can trace now with single BVN that with the BVN number that is in operation now, it's possible to track and trace people to wherever they have done whatever.
Okay, let me ask you
this. It's easy to trace
question.
transactions these days using BVN numbers.
Using BVN numbers. Let me ask this question. I am Okechukwu Onubok.
Thank you.
And I have my name, H.S. Onachukwu Onubok as well. What if I go to another bank and answer H.S. Onachukwu Onubok?
You need to bring a BVN of H.S. Onachukwu Onubok. Because the BVN you have is Okechukwu Onubok. And it can never. When BVN is keyed in and they do a verification, it will bring out HS Onachukwu Onubok, which is not the same thing as Okechukwu Onubok.
Really?
They'll tell you this BVN is wrong. So now you go back to now update, go back to the BVN where you did your BVN and update your record to now reflect HS Onachukwu, and you have permanently removed Okechukwu again. You are now removing Okechukwu from being your name. You are adopting another name. So, and it's not always easy to
do such a thing.
Such amendments if there are errors. Yeah, because it can be updated. It can be updated and amended because, for instance, women, ladies, they get married. And they might register in their maiden name. When they get married and change name, they just submit all the necessary documents showing that
change of name and all that,
married
wedding,
then they go back and it will be updated. And once it's updated, that's their name. And all their accounts are supposed to reflect that. They need to go back and update their record and all that. I can't be answering Godson AK. And I go to open an account with Godswill AK. And bring a BVN that shows Godswill.
Yes. And
Godswill AK is another person. It's not me. Good.
Oh, that's okay. So in actual fact, all those bank frauds that used to happen
it's really reduced, drastically reduced. It has come to really assist the system. Really, it has. I will hope it could get better and better as more people are onboarded.
So we can say that the BVN is a kind of an improvement on the banking services and a help to the customer. Yeah,
it is. It's a serious innovation that has come to add great value in the way we do business and the way we carry out our financial transactions in this country. Okay, it is. It has really come. Well, like I said, it's facilitated greatly in financial inclusion and has also helped, or it's helping in a great deal in ensuring security of financial transactions and documents and all that. And by extension, it's facilitating the economic growth of the nation. So the BVN is one of those novel things that has happened in this country with regard to reducing the risk of fraudulent activities.
Now, looking at this fact that we have certain things happening in the country today, someone is kidnapped and the family members are asked to pay this amount of money and all that to this ransom to one bank account or the other. With this BVN, won't it be able to help so that they will trace who these captors are?
Yeah. Why?
The kidnappers are rather.
I think kidnappers, yes. Kidnappers are, see, the argument here is that even with the link of the two together, the national identity, the name that is supposed to help and facilitate. But for us, I think this is a question that security operative need to answer.
Yes.
If I need to open an account, because of course there is a threshold for reporting for illicit transactions, whatever you suspect is a serious financial, fraud. If when you suspect financial fraud, there are reporting agencies. You report, banks and financial institutions have been made to do their report, and they send all these returns. They read all these returns. So if a humongous amount of money is lodged into an account that you think is a suspicious transaction, by law you are expected to make your financial reporting to the necessary agencies responsible for it. What they do with what you file in as your report is a different thing. And whether there's a synergy between the security agencies and these other agencies that receive these reports is another thing altogether. And we think that there should be a synergy. People should be able to obtain informations as these things are reported. They should be picked up, investigated. But we also hear that yes, a lot of things are being done at the background. Sometimes they check all through these things. They pick the ones they feel is a suspicious transaction. When they look through and discover that, well, this person have a justifiable source for this money to have come into account, nothing is done about it. We also want to believe again that in such during such checks, if they discover anyone really has something criminal about it, we want to believe that they are doing something about it. But I think it has made it a lot more easier to track these things. If the will to do the right thing will always be there, it should be done.
Okay. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you, sir.
This is also where we'll be concluding what we have for today on the program. It's been a great pleasure that eventually you came in and we were able to make it to get to have you on the program. Thank you one more time. It's a pleasure, and we hope you'll be back again soon, sir.
I appreciate it.
All right.
It's my pleasure.
Yeah, we've had Godson, who is a training and management development consultant, a finance expert as well, that has been on the program today. I hope you enjoyed getting to hear something and to learn something about the BVN and the link and all that with the NIN on the program today, as it affects the economy above all else. We want to say that we hope to have him again to share other things that have to do with these factors on this program. And thank you, dear viewer, for being there.